Focus Up Show every Saturday, 9 a.m.
Tap in or tap out. Top of the morning, you guys. Top of the morning. How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning.
Doing all right.
I had a little face reconstruction. I hope y'all bear with me this morning. El Pooh, how was your week, my brother?
Oh, bruh, ain't no thing, can't complain. Just in the way, trying to start the day.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Miss First Lady, how was your week?
My week was busy and I won't complain. Not gonna do me any good, but it's good overall.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Walk, walk. How about your week, my brother? Okay, Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy, how was your week, my brother?
My week was pretty fine, pretty all right, just pushing through.
That's right. That's right. Walk, walk. Are you there, my man? All right. My week was all right. I guess it wasn't all right. I had to sit at home. You know, I pulled a muscle at the gym, so I've been on bed rest, which is sucks. You know what I
That
mean?
sucks.
So, but at the same time, you know, I got to do what I got to do to get back out there. You know what I mean? At the same time, still blessed, doing better than some, worse than others. So, you know, we're going to keep it moving this morning. It is Saturday, October the 22nd, 2022. And we got some beautiful topics for y'all this morning that we're going to jump into. What we do got to talk about in the news is an incident that happened with a young lady that I guess you could say blacked out and ran over her spouse behind something she found in his cell phone while he was inside the grocery store. Now, you know, I'll let y'all see it and give y'all point of view from it. Oh, as you can see, she did three wheels and I guess hit the target and she went and walked him down. She went and walked him down and finished it off. And I was like, whoa, what did she actually find in that cell phone?
And that blurred image is an innocent bystander that she ran over and killed.
What she found
You
in
know, on
that
top of that, right?
she found in that phone that he was actually, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you need to turn your phone up or something.
He was actually cheating with her sister.
Which is a problem, but obviously she handled that wrong.
I mean, she had a mental breakdown at that point in time. I think she totally blacked out. Um, I think that's one of our main issues that us as a culture we deal with. We don't know how to process stuff in real time. You know what I mean? We just react, you know. And I could say for myself, that's something I'm still struggling with, not responding right away. I have to process what I want to respond to before I react to it. And it's been helping me, but I know a lot of us still struggle with that.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I think it's deeper than just her blacking out. I think her ass is just crazy. Some people just outright crazy as hell. She crazy. Period. That's it.
Yeah, but what you were saying about responding, though, most people are, well, a lot of people are emotional. You know, that's the emotional response. So she didn't really think about anything, process anything, like you were saying. Yeah, she might be crazy, but you know, it is what it is. And Jaywalker, somebody got some noise back there. I
Yeah,
think it's
you
you,
ruffling a
Jaywalker.
lot.
There you go.
Yeah, did you finish your point?
Can't hear him now. On you, Mr. Nice Guy. What's your point on it?
Well, I mean, I'm a tailor to the locking the phone thing. I mean, as far as blacking out, she obviously, look, that's the difference between wild animals and people. We have emotions and stuff like that, but we got to step back and make smarter choices. But as far as the relationship and locking your phone, look, I always lock my phone. I lock my phone because I got like all type of passwords and this, that, and the other, and that my phone needs to be secure at all times. Now, as far as my wife is concerned, I know that a lot of times she just want to kick off something just for the sake of kicking off something. She's not really tripping or not like that, but she'll look for something just for the sake of whatever. And I ain't even trying to give her nothing. So my philosophy is real simple about this. If you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't, I'm going to don't because it's easier.
Wow.
How you feel about that, First Lady?
The phone and relationships, having your phone locked, I don't see a problem with it. I don't see a problem with male or females locking their phones. I don't have anything to hide. Like Mr. Nice Guy said, you have passwords and other things. Just even losing your phone, you don't want someone to get access to it. So that's the main reason why I have a lock on my phone. But if my mate just wanted to see my phone, I don't have anything to hide. He can look at my phone with no problem. I'm not the type that want to go searching through nobody's phone because I'm not going to get any true answers. It's just going to make me keep wanting more. He's not going to tell the truth if I find anything in the phone. It's not going to do me any purpose, but just make me more upset and make me want to look for more. So I'd rather not do that to myself. I have my own phone. He have his phone. If I need to use a phone, I'll use my phone. I'm not going to go search through no phones. It's a waste of my time because if there's anything in the dark, it will come to light in a matter of time. So searching doesn't do anything for me, but just makes me keep why and who and what and I'm not gonna never get the truth. So it's just a waste of time.
I'm a piggyback off that. It's like whatever's done in the dark will come to light. I live by myself, and I got 2 phones. I got codes on all that. I be tripping on people who don't got no code on their phone. F all that. I might be sleeping and no telling, 'cause when I'm out, I'm out. So, but I got a lot of darkness in that coming to light. So I won't keep it in the dark. Keeping that locked.
Yeah, for a sense of security, I think that's a personal issue when it comes to everybody's personal cell phone. That's like your social security card, your ID. You know what I mean? So when it comes to you misplacing your phone, those are things that everybody worry about their security information getting out. So I think it is a good thing for people to continue to secure their cell phones by locking them. I mean, we got a lot of people with kids and nieces and nephews, and they like to use the phone to play games and stuff like that. Uh, that's the risk you take. You know what I mean? Because sometimes while they playing on your phone, certain messages could pop up, certain pictures pop up. You know what I mean? And then you didn't open up a whole new can of worms. So at the same time, while you're in a relationship, you know, I think it is a safe thing just to keep your phone secure.
So cool.
Well, my mother told me a long time ago, if you're looking for trouble and you find it, don't be mad. I mean, I don't have a problem with it because I don't have no reason to lock my phone. I'm not going to look through nobody's phone. If I don't trust you, I'm not finna deal with you, basically. But I'm not going to be trying to snoop around and try to figure out what you're doing if you're lying and stuff like that. That just, I'm beyond that. That's it.
Well,
I ain't beyond none of that. I'm check. Yo, look, I remember one time my chick was asleep. You know how you put your fingerprint? Her ass was asleep. I was like, what finger she used that? I couldn't get it. I was mad as hell, too. I'm like, shit. because you going through my shit all the time. I'm about to go through your shit
Man,
all night while you sleep. Like a motherfucker, excuse my language. A
$5.
I didn't agree to nothing yet.
we gone though.
A person, y'all made me but a person with a person, a male or female, they will go through your stuff right the hell, especially if they know your butt sleep. Like, yeah,
You
That
got males
happens to
going
my
through your stuff
son.
when you sleep? I
That
guess
happens to my
that's a
son.
yes.
Oh, he's frozen. My son ended up on Judge Judy behind that. His girl got him a little intoxicated. He passed out, and she got that thumb and put it
Ooh,
on his phone. And before you know it, they were end up on Judge Judy behind it.
what?
The stuff that was found in the phone. She won her case.
He
No,
should
that's
he,
just a
he should have took her to criminal court for invading his privacy.
well, she took him to Judge Judy.
The civil court.
Ooh.
And Judge Judy ain't no joke, though. I mean, man.
And shoot, she kicked my son out of the court and everything because he was not playing with her. He was talking back to Judge Judy. He was like giving it to her. So she like, you're not on my court. Your cell phone is your cell phone. It belongs to you. Like you said, you go looking for something, you find it, then all you want is just more answers, and you're never going to get the answers you want verbally just by seeing one thing. If you see a female name or a male name, you're going to be asking questions and you're still not going to get answers. If you call that female or call that male, they're not going to tell. So, pictures,
Maybe
I
they
mean,
will.
she went through his phone, so why was she suing him?
Because she bought my son a MacBook, and she wanted the MacBook back. Like, I bought you a MacBook, and you talking to all these different girls, and so she was suing over the MacBook.
Oh.
Wow. Wowzers. But yeah, enough said on that. Like I said, I'm gonna keep mine locked just because for security reasons. I want nobody to tap into my millions I got in my bank account. So keep my phone locked down, and we're gonna push it, keep it pushing, y'all. On another note, we got an issue at hand. Do snitches get stitches? And is it hurting our community? Is that how that go?
That's how it goes.
I want to say
hey,
something with that though. Let me speak on that right quick. Growing up, yeah, that was the code. That still is the code of the streets. If you live in that life, but as you get older, you do see the destruction that is causing, on our community because nobody is saying anything about who's murdering who, and it just keeps going around like an evolving door because the situation is not getting fixed with the black on black crime. You know, um, you know, I think it is hurting our community when it comes to that saying. I think that's something that we need to stop pushing around, um, and start respecting each other when it comes to our community. I mean, that word I think is only being used by our community. I don't see no other cultures using that dang word but ours.
I don't agree with that at all. I don't think snitching has anything to do with crime or no or lack of crime. It's gonna be crime regardless. Snitches got stitches. That's just a term that came up like in what 2004, 2005. I don't. It's not the community job to figure out who the hell did what. It's the police job to do their damn job and get to the bottom of it. Because 99% of the crimes that well, that's opinion right there. 99% of the way police figure out who did something is either they seen it on videotape or somebody told them something. That ain't doing no damn police investigation. Well, how was they handling stuff when back before it was so much videotape and all that? I really feel it's their job to figure out What happened to crime? Do your job. These police sitting in their freaking offices, they not doing nothing. So it's not up for us to tell on who did what. What it is it needs to be some community policing. Us as individuals, we police ourselves because the police ain't doing nothing but showing up to arrest or shoot and kill somebody.
On the other hand, if it was one of your relatives that got chipped,
Yeah,
and somebody saw your relative getting chipped,
yeah.
you would want that person to speak up, right?
Not really, not necessarily. Not
If,
necessarily, because that's after the fact. That's after the fact. They still got chipped. It's not gonna bring them back.
But you saying you wouldn't want them to tell you, or you saying you wouldn't want them to tell the police?
I don't give a f what they do. It ain't up to the community to solve the damn riddle. That's up for the police. And if their only way of solving the crime is getting people who's in crime, see, because a snitch is not somebody who just involved in the community, dude. Yeah. That's not a snitch. Like if I'm just a regular civilian and I'm not living a thug life, it don't matter whether it's like the neighbor next door. If she sees something, that's her job. She like, oh my God, somebody broke in my house. She ain't snitching. She just telling what happened. But a snitch is somebody who, like, if we get popped together and then I tell on you because that's gonna reduce my son. That's what really a snitch is. So it's not about like if something happened. I'm not really worried. It's not gonna make me feel better because a person got off on something, dude. It really don't. Especially if I'm living a thug life. You know what I'm saying? I hope this background. I'm in Dubai.
Yeah, no.
Who's gonna take that fade?
Oh, well, see, I'll say this. He's right. There's like different type of snitching, but I mean, we're talking about how this affects the black community. Still, civilians get caught up in that culture, not wanting to speak to the cops, not wanting to say nothing, not wanting to get involved. And somebody chipped my folks, and I want to know. I mean, I'd love for the police to deal with it and me not risk me dealing with it, but I mean, it needs to be dealt with. So, look, it hurts us to not speak up and talk about things that are going on in our community. But, I can see why you would not want to get the police involved. I mean, it depends. But, yeah, no, we got to hold ourselves accountable.
We don't use it depends.
No, that was a depends. Yeah, that's a bad word on the show, but it ain't $5.
That's right. But, I'm going to tell you like this, man. If it came up to one of my peoples getting chipped and I seen a neighbor that saw it and the neighbor ain't saying nothing, it's going to make me feel a certain kind of way, man. You know what I mean? To be honest.
Toward who? Toward who? That neighbor?
Toward the neighbor that saw something.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
Yep. Nah, I'm going to need that info.
If I'm not living that lifestyle no more, if I'm not living that life, I didn't transition up out of that lifestyle, so therefore my mindset is not on that level no more, and that happened after the fact, and that neighbor saw who did it, yeah, I'm gonna feel a certain kind of way about that neighbor.
Yep, I support that.
So you would want them to go to the police, or
no, I want them to tell me. I
y'all can't have it both ways.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm taking notes.
I'm not talking about going to the police, because if I need to do something, I don't want the police involved. But I'm gonna need to know.
Okay. Nope. Go to the cops. Mm-hmm. Y'all want to go to the? Now go ahead. I'm not go ahead. Because really, wait, hold on. Watch this. It's like when people do die. Let's say, like in the neighborhood or whatever. We do a lot of times. People know who did it. The neighborhood does know. That's like, yeah, Gerald did that. Gerald was mad behind this chicken. They know already. It circulates before it gets to the police and all that. And that's how sometimes justice does get handled within the street. So the hood does know already. See, and that's why I got to give praise to Suge Knight. Suge Knight kept it gangster. Suge Knight was like, when he said, I forgot what show he was on, but he was like, they asked him, if you knew who killed Tupac, would you tell it? He said, absolutely not.
No, I wouldn't be, you need to tell the police. Tell me. You know what I mean? Tell me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Can't
the
have it
difference.
both
I don't
ways,
need
my
you to be
brother.
honest. I don't need you to be honest with the police. I need you to be honest with me because it had something to pertain to me. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not used to going to the police no way. You know what
Wait,
I mean?
nah,
So
no, bro. We got y'all on tape.
ain't
You
that a
too.
Yeah, you got us saying that we want to know so we can deal with ourselves. We're not talking about going
No,
to the police.
y'all already
yeah.
said it.
Can we
Next
get
time,
some other
no.
opinions? We got some more people on the panel that ain't spoke on nothing yet.
Let
Go
me
ahead, bro.
jump right on here. The answer to the question, do snitches get stitches? Are they hurting our community? Absolutely, it's hurting our community. Um, so many things that was said. Like we used to have neighborhood watch back in the day. People can tell without even telling their names, regardless if you tell it to the police or tell it to your neighbor. And yes, if it was your kid or your loved one and something happened to them, you would want to know who did that crime. So it's definitely hurting our community by people withholding information. It's not about you being a snitch. It's about trying to help and put an end to some of this stuff, to catch some of these people that are committing a crime. And Walk
Right,
mentioned like the police need to do their investigation. Asking the community is investigating. It's
right,
getting questions and answers to find out. Everyone doesn't have ring cameras before all these cameras and stuff. You have to think if you were that person or that family or that victim, you want somebody to tell and say something. It's not about snitching. It's trying to put a stop to this stuff.
That part. Porn.
That's three. First it was two, now it's three. Where you at, Elpo?
I'm gonna say it like this: the world is devolving because back in the day, let's say 30 years ago,
Devolving?
devolving. Yes,
That's a
30
word.
years in 1992, you couldn't have a 6ix9ine that existed. You couldn't go to jail, get out, and get back into the record industry and have people co-signing you and stuff like that. It wouldn't have happened 30 years ago. But now it's no problem. You even got quote unquote real dudes like uh, Whack, who got the right name, Whack, co-signing 6ix9ine. I don't care what it is. You selling out, bro. He's a snitch. If you kept to the code of the streets, that's a sellout move to even deal with this dude. But everybody's acting well. He's acting like it ain't no problem. It's money. Everything is about money. So if it's about money, then everything else goes out the window. Just as long as I can get my money. So that's what's wrong. That's what I mean by devolving. We're not evolving. We're not going forward. We're going backwards.
you know. Jaywalk is the only one that has a certain type of feeling. We all know that's just for the camera. Because he in the streets. But we gonna keep it moving, y'all, unless y'all got something else to add to this topic.
Stop self snitching.
Yeah, social posting snitch.
Yeah, that's I don't get that part either. You got a lot of these youngsters. You ain't gotta snitch on them no more. They get on the YouTube and do it on themselves.
Or in your
Fact.
song.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make
so
Hey,
a
hey,
song that just puts out the whole thing that I did.
shot his ass on Florence and
$5.
Vermont.
We're gonna get rich off
Lay
of you,
him
Walk.
down. Huh?
We're gonna get rich off of you, man, as soon as we set this rule in place. Hey, we're gonna keep it moving, y'all. Uh does obesity make you ineligible for marriage?
Hey, 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 hey. Excuse me for bump jumping in on this one, but I want to participate in this part of the show, if y'all don't mind. Um,
Sure.
Real quick, I just wanted to play a little clip from a past video from Kevin Samuels where he's discussing with let's say, an overweight sister. It's a short clip. We just gonna play it. One part I want y'all to check out, and then we could go into does obesity make women ineligible for marriage? Let me pull this clip up real quick, and we'll check this out. Here we go. Here we go.
Yes, can you
How are
hear me?
you? I can. How are you?
I'm well.
What? How old are you?
29.
What do you got? What do you got for me? What's going on?
Okay. Kevin, I love you. I'm not a critic. I really just have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, so for the women that don't want those high value men,
Mm-hmm.
women that just want average guys,
Mm-hmm.
I guess my question would be, how come the average guys won't accept the fat girls? If we gotta accept men under 5'9", under 6 feet, average earners, how come they won't consider the fat girl to wife her?
Because that isn't normal. Normal and average aren't the same thing.
Oh, that's all I want to put out there, and not to make that the conversation, but he addressed. He said being fat isn't normal. I mean, and who wants to get with an abnormal woman? Let's go from there.
Damn.
God, man. Let's go. Let's go. Who want to speak on it first?
This is
Mr.
Jaywalk.
Jaywalk? Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh
But
man,
we
your
gonna
mic ain't
purchase.
working.
Hey, Pooh, we got to get that bell because we know we got a fight coming. We got Mr. Walk. Hey, you on mute, Walk. You on mute. Unmute yourself.
Oh, where my song at? Where
Hold
my
on.
song at?
All right, so we got a match between Jaywalk and Mr. Nice Guy. They're going to go back and forth with it. Is that
All
how
right,
it's
go
gonna
ahead.
go?
Go ahead. Go ahead,
He
big dog.
said you got to go first. He said he want to hear
But
your
here's
opinion
the
on
thing.
it.
It does make women ineligible. Check this out. You know me. Look at me, girl. Look, women want me. Even big girls. They can get it too. But listen, I am looking for a wife. But I promise you, it's not gonna be no what they call them a butterball. Even though they got some good.
Damn.
They got that good. Men, they are totally being disqualified for marriage. When was the last time you seen a big girl walking down the aisle? And we ain't talking about, yeah, I've been with this cat for fucking 40 years.
Language.
I mean, excuse my language.
$5.
But go ahead. But yeah, that's what I said. I said it does make them ineligible for marriage.
Okay, so now I seem to recall a few episodes back how we were talking about how Western civilization and how in Africa, you know what I'm saying, as far as like multiple wives and stuff like that. And I've done a little bit of research about how they kind of like the plus ladies. In fact, that's actually more
That
the
was a
norm.
movie, big dog. That was a movie.
That's
You know that, right?
That's not the movies. It's in some things that it's just it's a Western thing where you want these Barbie dolls and
Wait,
stuff
hold
like
on.
that. I mean,
Somebody on mute say shit. Excuse my language. What was
Somebody in
that?
the background.
yeah,
That was
but
you,
nah.
Floyd. I just put you on mute, bro.
Floyd,
I
that's
said,
in the
but
Floyd, you
the,
projects
go
or
ahead.
something, big bro? Go ahead.
Yeah, nah, but the reality is this. Look, there's gonna be big men too, big women, whatever. I mean, they can just to sit there and say it's ineligible. I mean, people kind of tend to find the normal is where they're at. A bigger person will tend to look at a skinny person, or a less bigger person is skinny. You know what I'm saying? And a skinny person will look at a person that's thicker as fatter or whatever. I mean, it's kind of relative. Now I understand there are extremes, but the bottom line is that you're still gonna be able to find people that are just like you. So that's not going to make you ineligible. At least it should make you ineligible to them. And some people actually really dig that. I mean, there are people that are, that go for the fat chasers and the chubby chasers
That's
and
a
stuff
myth,
like that.
big dog. That's a
It's,
myth.
it's
You know
not
that's
a myth.
myth,
It's
right?
a reality for those people that are into that thing. You can't speak for
What are you
everybody.
talking? I am speaking because I told y'all I'm in the streets every day. I'm in the streets every day. Listen, no, that ain't happening, bro. Listen, check this out. I got ruled by just being wanting big girls because that's when I got out the pints. I got out. And guess what? Big girls was the ones that was sliding through picking me up. That's who people saw. So I got tagged with the mantra just loving the big girls, which I do love them. But
And I saw you in the grocery store. We got that pic. We don't got that pic.
No, we ain't got that. Yeah. But guess what? When it's time to walk that
material.
See, basically what it goes down to is if you are a woman to be better qualified for marriage, you gotta lose some weight, honey. You gotta lose some weight, honey. Because I ain't gonna front, I'll knock a big broad down. You gotta hit him with the running tackle. It's no big deal. It's not a big deal. But guess what? That's how I hit you with the running tackle. I'm gonna run my ass up out of there as soon as you go to the bathroom, baby. Don't do it. Lose some weight, baby.
No.
Well,
So look, I don't want to dominate. Let somebody else come back and I add something on it, but I don't want to be the only
I
voice.
won that fade. Yeah.
Oh, you can win that fade. The fact of the matter is, look.
That's it.
Hey, like I said,
that
Western, you like that Western Barbie doll. That's cool. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But all we talk about is thickness in the community. The real community. You talk about the streets. You only dealing with a small percentage of the people.
I'm like Donald Trump. I declared myself the winner. That's it.
Exactly. And like Donald Trump, he didn't actually win. Thank you. That just proved my point.
Where you at, Elfo?
Man, this is a heavy subject, bro. Let me just say it like that.
No pun intended. No pun intended.
Pun definitely intended. Man, your background is loud, bro. Okay, but check it. It's benefits to having a big girl. They know how to cook. They always keep food. You know what I'm saying? When it gets cold, you can always cuddle up against them and everything. And then it might be a good investment to marry a big girl because you know how obesity and everything can be a health challenge. You go ahead and get you some life insurance on her. Keep her around.
Oh, wow. I thought I was an asshole.
Nah, but there's nothing wrong with a big girl, man. It's all about the personality. If you can deal with it, because I'm gonna tell you like this, I'll knock down a big girl too, but I ain't gonna be attracted to you too long. That's just the thing. After a while, I'm gonna look at that, your little cousin with those little Daisy Dukes on. It is what it is.
Hey, full disclosure, this is. Hey, I know my boy Infamous put one time we was recording. I came to my knock house and I was like, it looked like y'all remember Star Wars when he had to cut the wildebeest open and sleep inside the gun. My boy was like, I was like, what happened here, Infamous? But what happened? I didn't say no names or no time frame, big dog.
Hey, might have been one of those days.
It was, yeah. But I was mad. I was like, yeah. Listen, I done been through stuff with women. I'm telling you, look, it was this one chick. Like y'all seen, remember Boomerang, where he clapped the lights and he was like, "Can it get a little darker?" I'll tell you, it was a situation when I was in New Orleans by my great grandmother's house, and it was like it was cold as hell, and it was a heater with a blue light. It was a blue flame. You know how the flame get blue. And I was like, it was so cold, but I wanted to cut that damn light off because I could still see Big Mama. I was like, but she had that good. But yeah, I still seen her. I was like, can it get a little darker?
First lady.
Yes.
You got something to say on this?
Hey, Big, I don't want to hear nothing she got to say. I'm out of here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Obesity does not make a woman ineligible for marriage. Beauty is only skin deep for a real man. There are a lot of big women in my family alone that are married, that are happily married with good men, and their marriage has outlasted some of these little waifs, these little Barbies, these little thin women. I'm a thin woman, but I'm hands down for like absolutely a obese woman can get married. She can get a husband and keep a husband. Just put yourselves in some of these women's shoes. If they choose that they didn't want to date a big man, or they felt like your stomach's so big, I need to put a kickstand under there to get to the penis and things of that nature. So
I need that fade.
Personal.
Y'all want to see the dad bod?
I'm just saying, I'm listening to what you guys saying, even in a joking manner, and I'm sure every last one of you on this panel have a plus size woman in your family. Ask when the last time you seen a big woman walk down the aisle. There's a big woman getting married weekly. Trust and believe that. Obesity does not define who you are as an individual or as a person. You know, some of these big women have stepped their game up, and not because of Liz or whatever. Some of them, their big is beautiful to them. They are able to get a husband with no problem. It's who you are as an individual. It's how you carry yourself. They're having babies. They're getting their husband. They're not letting nothing stop them. And those men are happy with who they have because they're not just looking at the outside. Beauty is deeper than just the outside and the brain.
And if you got to throw down, they can throw down.
Huh?
Real talk.
Straight up platitudes right there. No disrespect, Lady J, but what you said was a bunch of platitudes. Like, yeah, that's like everybody gets an award for running this race. Everybody, all right, even though you came in last place, you get an award too. You don't get the first place. Even the one that came in first place, don't get an award that say he got an award. We ain't talking about that. We know what men want. We know what men desire is sexy and not sexy. I feel like a lot of women are disqualifying themselves from even being married because your ass is too big. It's like it never.
I'm gonna catch that fade. I think they're disqualifying themselves for you. That's a personal
Exactly. I'm speaking
not
for
for
me,
the other man. They're disqualifying themselves for you because they're good enough for you to hit them, meaning have sex with them, but they're not good enough for you to marry them. They're not good enough for you. There's someone for them, and they're getting that someone, and they're happy with that someone. They're not qualified for a walk, which is okay because to each is his own. Everyone is entitled to love who they love and want who they want. You find big girls attractive enough to get some release, but you don't find them good enough to put a ring on their finger, which is okay because what's not for you is for the next man.
Hey, and he's got those age restrictions too. So I mean, it's just that's your personal thing.
That's
right?
I don't get it.
No, you know that you don't like people over 30. You like the young girls.
I'm not big, but I'm going to defend the big women because I see it and I know it, and not just because I have big women in my family. You can see it. It's reality. These big are getting their husbands.
Hey, let me say one thing. 9 times out of 10, a big woman is, I ain't gonna say taking care of a man, but she's probably doing better than that man.
100. I think people get wrapped up in the visuals aspect of a person, and you could marry somebody that looks like Janet Jackson, and in 2-3 years they looking like
like you looking right now.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Get somebody looking like the other way of Janet Jackson. You know what I mean? And then what are you gonna do? You stuck with that person. You gonna divorce them because they picked up weight?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Wait.
It's on tape. It's on tape.
It's not about picking up weight. It's not about picking up weight. See, listen, I had a buddy of mine who he used to be on his broad when she was big when you met her. That ain't fair. That ain't right. I used to be like, bro, she ain't changed a bit, my nigga. Excuse my language. She ain't changed one bit. And he was making names for her, and and I was like, that ain't cool. You met her big, but some men are meeting chicks that's like you nice, cutie patootie, and then now you gain weight. But here's the thing. We sticking to the subject. You fat with a smile, you ain't walking down the aisle.
With jaywalking.
No, but
got a whore.
hey,
Eh,
that
eh, eh, eh.
everything been said, you know, health is really the most important thing. So it's like, you know, I'd encourage everybody to get to a place of better health. It's not about, you know, just the optics or the perceived beauty or whatever. But I'm just telling you, the reality is some people have a different concept of beauty. Some dudes actually like the way a big female looks, and not just a thick woman. I'm talking about a big one. You say it's a myth, but I'm just telling you that that's just not true.
Let me say one more thing. I'm sorry. I want another horn. Not, but I'm just kidding. Watch this. Watch this.
That horn was for your rhymes.
Since Floyd ain't played that clip of Kevin Samuels, one time he did put up a picture, and it was a young lady. She was big as hell. She did have a nice rump shaker. I liked it. But he was like, she was big. She had to weigh like 250 pounds. And he said, there is no way should have 1,000 likes on this picture. And but that's just the internet. Everybody tap in, hit that like, inbox. A lot of these big girls are getting inbox like, yo, what's poppin' with you? How you doing, girl? Because a lot of times, me as a hunter or the big girl, sometimes it's easy target. It's easy practice. Slowing out the hurt.
Baby's beautiful too.
They are. Ain't walking down that aisle. I'm in Dubai. It's fly S out here.
All right, so you know, everybody got their two take on that. We down this subject, or we gonna move forward? I think it's safe enough to say we should move forward.
It's real fun.
We're gonna go on to can hate be beneficial?
Can you pause for a minute and can you do your shout outs and can you
Oh
let
yeah,
people know to
yeah.
tap in and don't forget the breast
Appreciate that.
cancer?
Oh yeah.
I'm
we're gonna
very
do our
aware of
shout outs.
breast and cancer.
We're gonna do our shout outs today. La Bread Trucking, Muhammad Meats,
Pause.
Homies Way Car Club, Tunnel Vision, Black August Studios, Wukusu, Wake Up, Clean Up, Stand Up, and Disney Magical Adventures. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Please continue to like and subscribe to the Focus Up Show and share this program, as well as Kilo 2. That's with 2 I's on the end, KELO, 2 I's on the end.
When you typing it in,
you can find both of their music on all platforms.
Let me give one more shout out. I want to give a shout out to JC's makeup artist. You never look better, brother.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, my brother. You know, it took me a minute to get it together. But thank you guys for continuing to tap into the Focus Up Show. It's much appreciated.
Hey, salute to Kilo 2. Hey, that's a good brother. And I must say, this is a Lady J, you as well. Kilo 2, the only person that talk more than me and you, baby girl. I'm telling you. But that's my guy. And that's really JC's guy, but that's my guy. Yeah. Salute to Kilo 2 with his music, all platforms. Yep.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
I
sir.
didn't know he speaks Spanish. What the hell was that? I didn't know that. Wait, Mr. JC, let me ask you. Did you know that Kilo 2 speaks Spanish?
Yeah, and Swahili.
Huh?
And Swahili.
Salute. Tripled up.
He teaches kids Spanish.
Salute to Kilo 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We gonna talk, Mr. JC. We gonna talk.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
JC.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm gonna hit Kilo 2 up like, what? Y'all people, what, y'all from Panama or something? Like, Go ahead.
All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all continue to tap into the Focus Up Show. Please like and share the program. And like always, when you're out there struggling and you're coming up to a crossroad where you can't figure out what you need to do, just focus up. Continue to make the right decisions. You know what I mean? And everything will go right. Just stay focused. That's just the bottom line to your situation. Just stay focused. Everything will line up for you. You know what I mean? We're going to move on.
we need to talk about breast cancer.
Oh, yeah, we can do that as
Breast-
well. We want to pay respects to Breast Cancer Month
Me
awareness.
too.
Uh, to all the women that's passed on, to all the women that's dealing with breast cancer. We just want to show our condolences and our support as the Focus Up show. Like I say, we understand the struggles that women go through with their bodies, and breast cancer is one of them.
Ease up. Hey, Screen, check this out. How often are people supposed to get screened for breast cancer? And at what age?
And I want to say this. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I suggest all women age 40 and over to get their tatas checked. If you don't have insurance, check with your community. Google free mammograms in the area. You are supposed to get your mammograms done yearly. You are supposed to do self breast exams, check for lumps, check for dense breasts,
Or
check
me?
for lumps, check for leakage in your breast. Let your doctors know. Mammograms, they do not take long. If you have a family history of breast cancer, if you're under the age of 40, let your provider know, because you still are able to get your mammogram done, because you could be considered high risk due to family members having breast cancer. It's a easy process. It's uncomfortable. They do compress your breast for 20 or 30 seconds each.
Me too.
Women that have dense breasts, it's harder to detect the breast cancer. Mammograms are not 100%, but they are out there to help us women. And I suggest all you women get it done on a regular basis yearly if you're over the age of 40. Don't be afraid. It's a mild version of x-ray that they're using to check for the breast cancer. And like I said, if you haven't done it, go out there and get it done. Do it yearly. Save your tatas.
Yeah.
Facts.
Amen. Save your life. Yeah.
And if you want me to check
Absolutely.
for lumps, I'll do that for free.
All right,
It's
y'all. On
serious
another
stuff.
note, we're gonna push on. This subject is, can hate be beneficial?
Okay, so I'll jump on that one. Some people can use hate. I mean, like a person like Kobe, that hate like motivated him. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that it can be a tool. You can use it, but I don't think it's a good tool. I think it's given way too much energy and credit to something that shouldn't drive you. If I see a threat, there's a bear coming to my home, about to be a threat to, or should I say my campsite, and I'm a threat to protecting my family. I don't need to hate that bear to be dealing with that bear or to deal with that problem. I always believe in focus and, properly diagnosing a situation and keeping a level head and even keel and giving yourself your best shot to get through a problem. So I generally of the position that, look, I don't need to hate. Like, for example, white people that did what they did to my people. I don't need to hate them for that. To acknowledge that, look, this is what they've done, certain white people, and this is what a tendency that a lot of certain white people will do. So I'm knowledgeable of it. I'm conscious of it. I defend about it. I expect it. I anticipate it. I work around it. But, my eyes are open all the time. So I can do that without hate.
Well deserved.
Facts. Well, me personally, I don't like to thrive off of hate. I think it's unhealthy. Um, some people do thrive off of it. I know it to be unhealthy for me because of the stress situation it puts me under. And I would rather not deal with anything that has me wanting to hate it than to try to, continue to feed off of the hate to do whatever I need to do to function. You know what I mean? I just don't think, me personally, it's a healthy way to process anything. Anybody else got their take on it before the birds start
Yeah.
chirping?
Lady J, you got something?
Um, I don't deal with hate. There's no hatred in my heart whatsoever. The farthest I may get to is despising, but there's no hate. So I can't say if it's beneficial or not for me because I don't deal with it.
Me personally, like, hate is too much energy to hate somebody or hate any. I don't feel like it's even energy, or it's more energy in you to hate somebody. Unproductive energy. Unproductive energy. Like, I don't really have no hate toward people. Like, even folks that I done had issues with. I don't hate you. I ain't really tripping off you, brother. If I see you, it's on. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like, oh, I hate this guy. That's too much energy.
Exactly.
Well, to answer the question, hate can be beneficial. Politicians use hate all the time to benefit themselves. Let's take the immigration issue. They take people's hate for immigrants and they use that as a platform to under, or run off of, or whatever the case is. And they use that to to elevate themselves. So hate can be beneficial if you actually know how to get people motivated for your own benefit, basically. So in that case, it can be beneficial. But for you to just be sitting back hating people, yeah, it's a waste of energy. It's not going to get anything accomplished. But watch out for people that manipulate you with your hate.
Amen.
Facts.
Can I get a horn?
Quick on the draw, Horn McGraw. Boy, he quick with his horn.
We gonna keep it pushing, y'all. All right, let's do this. Does abuse as a child
Excuse adult crimes.
My nigga, my boy can't see nothing in that mask.
Does abuse as a child excuse adult crimes?
Hey, you see how I feel when I wear my
Don't
glasses?
hate. Don't hate. I made it to the end of the show. Don't hate. Me personally, it's used a lot when certain crimes are committed and they do bring up a person's history. I mean that can be manipulated in so many ways because some people's past does affect their future, and then
everybody's past affect their future.
Not necessarily.
Everybody's past.
Not necessarily. Some people's able enough to push on and don't let it affect their future. You understand what I'm saying? And become successful. So it doesn't affect everybody the same way. Me personally.
That's dictate versus effect. But yeah, I hear you.
Go on, my brother. Go on, my brother. My brother. That's it.
Where the birds?
I thought you had more to say.
Oh, you was waiting for the horn or something?
No, I'm waiting on somebody to speak.
Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, nah.
Let all speak at once.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Well, the thing about it is, it all impacts everything that we've gone through. Everything has influence. The past has an impact. But at some point, you have to step outside of that and still make more responsible, sensible decisions. I mean, if you don't have the ability to be liable or responsible for what you do, then you're just a wild animal and you probably don't need to be amongst us. I mean, at some point, you got to take some control and take some responsibility for what you do in the present. But it definitely has effect. Some people have a tougher struggle because of what they went through in the past. So it's real. But, we still got to draw the line in what you do as an adult.
I think we as humans, we give a F about all that. That's humans. Like, I seen this video where there was a zebra who was trying to drag a little zebra into the crocodile's water because something's wrong with that zebra. Sometimes it's just something wrong with people. Sometimes it's just something wrong with you, even if you're you. Not saying that if you, the child of the devil, is trying to get rid of your butt. But I don't feel there's no excuse because everybody on this panel done thought about killing somebody. That's facts. Even you, Lady J. No, I don't want no response. She said no. See, that's a lie right there.
I'm shaking my head to keep it laughing. So I have not even.
No, I'm a
No, I said
Christian.
everybody thought about it,
Nope,
but
I'm
when
a
you
Christian.
act on it, that's something different. Some kids is just child of Satan. Period. Lady, well, I want to hear what lady. Lady, where you at, Lady J? Go ahead.
Well,
I'm perfect. I'm Lady J.
you wrong for a minute. Um, Child abuse does not excuse adult crimes. It really doesn't. As a child, you don't know any better, but as an adult, you do know better. Um, Unless you're just really mentally disturbed, but there's still no excuse, because if you do the crime, you definitely need to do the time. Your charges may be less, but it is definitely not an excuse, because if that's the case, a lot of people will be using their childhood abuse as an excuse throughout life for everything that they do negative and wrong. And this world would be messed up if that was the case. So it's definitely not an excuse, but I can say that a lot of people are dealing with challenges for being abused as a child, and they let it carry on to their adulthood. But you still have to be accountable for your actions. And I was abused as a child, and not by my parents whatsoever. I was abused by my stepdad, and I did not let that interfere with who I am today. So, and I'm not ashamed to say it that, I can't stand him. I don't hate him. I will speak to him to this day, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to go and retaliate. What it did was make me a stronger person. Um, it I can't say it helped me, but I know what I don't want. I learned the pros and cons out of it. And, if anything, it gave me strength. It didn't make me want to go out and commit crimes. So, no, adult crimes from what you went through for childhood should not be excused at all.
Okay. So didn't R. Kelly try to use that defense? And you see what it got him.
Wait, hold on. Are you insinuating you making that up, or is that real true, bro? Don't come on.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not saying if he did it in court, but people was trying to say.
No, see,
they was trying to say. No, hold on, brother. Hold on. They was trying to say he was abused as a child, and you see what it got him.
Wait, hold on. You insinuating and you making accusations that ain't right.
No,
real case about the
Jaywalk.
greatest talent.
Jaywalk. That's a true story. He was abused. A lady molested him, and he was trying to use that.
Did he use that in court?
He did. He tried to. But that's a true story. He did. You can look it up.
I'll tell you what, Jaywalk. The argument is this. You see what it got him. So you go ahead and try it.
If you come from.
I got my background right, so I'm back up on here.
Go back wherever the hell y'all at. Go ahead.
Right. He was abusing childs.
Now finish. Well, I'm sorry for interrupting you, for interrupting me, Mr. LP. Go ahead, bro.
No, that's the whole point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is, no, it's no excuse. It's not going to work.
Right.
For the record, R. Kelly is look. It took a while for me to come to terms that R. Kelly, we won't see him no more. He got 30 years in 2 different states. That's effed up, man.
Nah.
Hey, you bringing a whole nother show, bro. I'm not touching that one. That's a whole nother show.
Hey, but we gonna be wrapping this up, y'all.
Hey,
real quick, we got 1 minute. We got 1 minute. Kanye, Yeezy, or Ye? Who we got? Who you got?
Hey,
Kanye is
R. Kelly.
Amazing.
The Ye. Wow, this fool. The Ye is the one of today, the one that's on the Drink Champs, Tucker Carlson, talking that word that everybody afraid to say. He speaking on it, and they tried to say he apologized, but he didn't apologize. I'm gonna say I stand strong with support. We all already know how First Lady J feel about him. He said he could do a twirl. So we didn't forget that, Lady J. We didn't forget that one.
Block refuses to address him and give him any shine.
But I just want to say, hey man, we
All right,
gotta
y'all.
we gotta support freedom of speech. That's all I gotta say. All right, for, Mr. JC.
And mental health.
Yes,
We're
sir.
about to wrap this show up, y'all. As always, we appreciate y'all tapping in this morning, giving the Focus Up show your attention. Like always, Mr. El Pooh, Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Walt, Mr. First Lady J, and Mr. Floyd
Mister,
X.
did you just say?
Oh. Hey, that's a whole nother show. A whole nother show.
I can't see it.
Panda.
We out.
I appreciate y'all. Please like and continue to subscribe and support the show. As
All right.
always, stay focused out there, y'all.